Hi, I'm Nine Ansari, and in this video I'm gonna talk about material. This is for beginners. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Remember from last video we did add this static mesh in here, and there were some material applied to it. Okay, so you can see it in here. There are two elements for this material, and because we downloaded from Quixel, it automatically added to it. But I want to talk about how you can add materials to the static mesh. Okay, so you see, this is an static mesh. When we click on it and right click on word outliner on it, browse to asset and hover over it, in top right corner of this dialog it says it's a static mesh. You can apply material to it, but there is another way to create shapes in Unreal Engine. So let me show you. First of all, click on this create and place actors panel, because I want to access it this way, not just going to create, going to and I don't want to do that. Okay, so go to shapes. All of these shapes are static meshes. Okay, so the problem with that, so let's say in here we want to use this static mesh in here. If you right click again, go to browse to asset, and you can see it's a static mesh. If you want to change the material in it, you can't change the scale of that material easily. But if you create a geometry or brush, okay, so these all are brushes, okay, and we can do a lot with them. So this is brush, not a static mesh, okay, but these five element in here, five shape in here are static meshes. So let's just say we want to apply our material to this static mesh, right? So go to content browser, and this started content for it should be added to your project when you create your project, right? In materials you can see there is a lot of materials, and if I want to apply a material to this static mesh in here, we can just by drag and dropping we can put it in there, but we can change the size of this. You can see that the size of this is too big, okay, for our scene. So with static meshes you can't change the materials scaling or whatever you want to call it. You can change it like this. Of course you can create a material instances off of that materials and change the values, but I don't want to bore you with this stuff yet, and I want to show you another thing. So let's just hit reset in here. Instead of this static mesh, I want to add a let's say a brush or geometry. Okay, so let's just put it in here, and you can see because I select this one and drag and drop from this brush or geometry in here, it apply the materials to it. If you don't want it like this, just click away and nothing is selected. And now if we import a box in here, it won't have any materials applied to it. Okay, so let's just delete this one and select this one. Again, I want to apply a material to it, so we can just go to that material and let's just put this material to this. Okay, and you can see the material is applied to one side of this box. Okay, so again, if you select, let's say this, and after that drag this box in here, the material will be applied to all of its sides. Okay, we don't want that. I want to show you how you can apply materials to a geometry that is already out there. So let's just click one of them, and in here in geometry let's just collapse everything, and in geometry select all adjacent surfaces, and it will select all the side of this box. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Let's just hit ESC to get rid of that. Again, we can select these, hold control, select this side, again hold control, select this side, hold control, select all of the sides with holding control, and after that go to just collapse this geometry and expand this surface material and apply a material to it. One way you can do it like this, and you can see that it's applied to whatever surface that we selected. Another way to do it, just select one side and let's just collapse this. In geometry, select all adjacent surfaces, and after that go to surface materials, and you can see it create three for us. We can select one for all of them, and you can see everything is working fine and everything is okay, right? So you can see it. Let's say we want to change the scale of this material. So this stone that is here, I want it to be a smaller or bigger. So how you can do that? Collapse this, go to surface property. Okay, the first one is pan across U and pan across V. It's like X and Y. Okay, so let's just hit this. It will move the materials to the right like this, and whatever value that you select in here, it will move it to that value. Okay, you can see it, and you can have a custom value in here. Just put it with your keyboard, and this is for Y or V axis. Okay, so you can change the position of your materials with your brushes or geometry. Okay, you can rotate it, and you can see we did rotate it and everything worked fine. And with this you can select if it should rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise, right? So let's again do that, and you can see with this you can rotate it. With flip, it's self-explanatory, you can flip it, and with the scale you can scale the materials by a value. Okay, so let's just hit this lock in here, and I want it to be half of this value. Okay, and after you set it, hit apply. Okay, and you can see all the stones are smaller, but because it is a pattern, it is a texture, it is an image that is applying to this surface, it's repeating itself and it's not look cool. So let's just put 2 in here for U and V and hit apply, and you can see it get bigger now. So let's just make it as 1 again and hit apply. And this is how you can apply a materials to the geometry, and you can use this geometry in here that you can call it brushes and create walls, create stairs, create whatever shape you want, and I will show you everything after this. So again, another way to apply a material to a surface is it's like this. Just collapse everything, go to surface materials, and in here just select one of these texture that you want to apply it to this. So select this and hit this arrow button or use button in here, and it will select that materials for this side of this geometry. So that's another way to apply materials to a geometry. As I said before, this surface material, this geometry surface property is just for geometry. It's for brushes, not a static mesh. Let's say we have this static mesh. Why do we want to change the material scaling or change the location of our material? Because this material is just for this static mesh. You can't apply it to any other thing. It's for this. So a static mesh, you can't change the scale of material. You can just change the scale of your static mesh, and it works fine with your materials. But you can see in here in this geometry or brush, or you can change the surface property in here, and it works fine. And in surfaces, in geometry or brushes, you need that, but in a static meshes, you don't need that. So with that, let's end this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please, if you want to help me, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye.